Hi, I'm Dani Gasparini, and welcome to this segment of Penn Voice. I am joined today by Patricia Player Maxwell, who is not only the founder, but she's a board member of Foster City Village. Patricia, thanks so much for joining us.
Thank you.
You founded an amazing program. I'm such a fan of the Village. Tell us a little bit about the history of the Village, what you do in Foster City, and then how others have taken on.
I'd be happy to. The Village program was started in a village in Boston, and that was about 2001. And from there, it has grown to about 200 villages throughout the country. Foster City Village was the first village in San Mateo County. And how I came to hear about it was I went to a senior round table meeting where Lisa Hendrickson and Kate Hupke were talking about their villages, Avenidas and San Francisco Village. And I looked at this program and I thought that would lend itself very much to Foster City. We're a planned community. I visualized going from one area to the other. You know, there's 9 areas of Foster City. It didn't happen that way, but we certainly got it going. And I think in 2013, we actually opened our doors, and it was in February. So we're now going on our 5th year.
So tell us a little bit about what are the programs and services that you provide within your village?
One has to understand the essence of what a village provides.
Okay.
The essence is to socialize people. Oftentimes when a spouse passes away, the other person left is totally lost. From not being socialized, becomes depression, hoarding, number of other things that go with it. And that helps a great deal with saving people from going in and out of hospital, expensive drugs, et cetera, et cetera. So we gear a lot of our activity with neighbor helping neighbor and allowing for lots of social activities. So we have gatherings like lunches, coffee mornings, outings, lunch and learn, book clubs, and so on. Keeping in mind that we have 2 very active areas like the Senior Center in the Park and Recreation Department, and also the PJCC that provides activities for elders. So we don't step on anyone's toes.
So you use some of the programs that are already in existence?
We encourage them to use those programs, absolutely. We are volunteer-based. We have transportation is our biggest need.
Right. And so my understanding is that you take community members who wish to volunteer and you train them and how they can be sort of that buddy or that friend or that confidant to someone that you might have identified that has experienced loss or isolation.
We learn a lot. And, you know, the people that we have who've joined us have joined us either because their family members have known about us and have encouraged them, or because they themselves see value. And we have a very active group of people who are out there meeting and greeting and saying hello and getting out there and getting to know people well and encouraging them to join us. We started off with 38 members in 2013, and we've grown to just over 100.
So oftentimes I bet that when you find someone that has just experienced the loss of a spouse or a family member, or you know is in isolation, you seek them out and try and get them engaged. I bet you they end up becoming village volunteers at some point in time.
Some do. But we have people, I mean, Foster City is a great place for volunteerism. Look at the Rotary Club.
Sure.
Look at the Lions Club. There's several other clubs that are there. So volunteerism in Foster City is alive and well, and we have a wonderful group of people, 40 plus volunteers helping out with the needs that we have. And the things that we provide, and many people join us not so much for, they don't realize they're joining for the socialization, but they need transportation. It's the biggest thing. We provide a lot of transport. We get people to their doctor's appointments. We sometimes go in if they want us to go in with them. We wait for them. Sometimes somebody takes them one way and picks them up the other way. Take them to get their medications, take them grocery shopping.
So if I was someone watching,
hair salon or something.
If I was someone watching this program and I needed the transportation services that you provide within your community, how might I find you, and how do I then sign up to say, hey, I need to go to the doctor tomorrow?
So we have a very good website, www.fostercityvillage.org.
And we'll put that up on the screen to make sure people see it.
And they call our business office, which is open between 9 and 1, but they can leave a message and someone will call them back. And if they want to become members, there's a membership form actually on the website, but they can then call in and ask for help. And our membership chair and her team will go out and meet with them, because not everyone who would like to be a member is actually in the criteria that we can offer assistance to.
Okay.
We have to be very careful that we know where our boundaries lie. But generally speaking, those who are mobile, even if they have walkers, are good for us. So they come, they get interviewed, and they meet with our team, and they then hear all about what the charges are, and so on and so forth.
So if someone, as you said, you used transportation as your largest form of service that the Villages provides. So how far in advance would someone need to give you notice that they need transportation?
We prefer, obviously, a longer time, 3 days or so. If it's emergent, then we do our best. We can't always guarantee it.
Right.
But I think at least 24 hours to 3 days ahead, if they can do that, given the fact that we're dealing with the elderly and sometimes they don't remember all of that, we do our best.
Yes.
And that gets pushed out via email to our group of volunteers, and depending on who is available at that time, that day, they get it right.
So you spoke a little bit about how to become a member, that you go to the website and you can fill out a form, or you can certainly speak to someone from the phone and talk about becoming a member. You just spoke about volunteers. You need volunteers in order to provide these services.
We're always needing. And volunteers, it's really up to them how much time they are willing to give. They don't have a specific amount of time they have to give us. We're very flexible.
Sure.
We don't want to push people. So whatever they're willing to give us, we're happy for. And it doesn't have to be just for driving. There are so many other things that they can help with.
Right.
They can phone people, like be a phone buddy, or they can become a member of a committee, the social committee, or the membership committee and the PR committee, and things to help out when we're doing a specific drive or activity in the city is what can. Let me just say also, people have to understand a village is not a building. It's a virtual village. We are there to help people stay in their own homes as long as it's safely possible.
Right.
For those folks who really want to stay there, we will help them.
Are you also, you're trying to create, though you had said in the beginning, that they're not isolated, so that they feel like while they are in their home, there is someone on the other end of a phone, or that if they do need to get out, there is some social opportunity for them as well, which I think is such a great partnership.
Yeah, and we have games and things like that. I mean, we're open for people from 55 upwards. Generally speaking, we're dealing with people on the age group of 70 upwards. Right. We have a great group of people. They're really interested in what we're doing. They want to be a part of it. They come out and have coffee. They come out and have the lunches that we provide. We celebrate. I had a great Halloween party recently. It's amazing. Apart from 2 people, they all dressed up. So I mean,
it's wonderful.
But if they don't want to, that's fine also.
Well, Patricia, thank you so much for telling us all about the Foster City Village, and I know other villages have formed after you formed in Foster City. Thank you so very much. We'll direct all of our viewers to go to your website and volunteer and seek your services.
Thank you. There's so much I could say.
Great. Thank you so much, Patricia.
Thank you.
And we'll see all of you next time on Penn Voice.